I need to tell you something that might save your life. I'm 91 years old, and I've watched too many friends die from things they thought were keeping them healthy. My name doesn't matter, but what I learned the hard way does. For most of my life, I ate what doctors told me was good. I trusted the labels. I believed the commercials. And now at 91, I'm watching people half my age make the same deadly mistakes I made. I've buried my closest friends, watched my own brother lose everything to a stroke, and lived with damage in my own body that I can't reverse. Before we go any further, do me a favor. Drop your age and where you're watching from in the comments. I want to know who I'm talking to. Whether you're 30 in Dallas or 55 in Portland, whether you're watching from Chicago or Miami or some small town in Kansas, I need to know this message reached you. Tell me your age and your city. I want to see how far this warning travels. If you skip this video, you're going to keep eating foods that are quietly destroying your body right now. And by the time you notice, it'll be too late to undo the damage. I'm not talking about junk food or obvious poison. I'm talking about food sitting in your kitchen right now that you think are safe, maybe even healthy. Foods your doctor might have recommended. Foods the government put in the food pyramid. Foods I ate for 40 years before I understood what they were really doing to me. You think you have time to figure this out later. You think your body will warn you before it's too late. That's exactly what I thought at 50. Then at 60. Then at 70. And now I'm 91, living with consequences I can't reverse. Watching my generation disappear one by one from the same 5 foods. This isn't a scare tactic. This is a man who's run out of time trying to give you back yours. I'm telling you right now, if you don't listen to what I'm about to say, you'll be sitting where I am in 30 years, filled with regret you can't swallow and damage you can't fix. Every day you wait is another day these foods work against you. And the cruelest part, you won't feel it happening until it's already done. I grew up in the 1940s when food was simple. My mother cooked everything from scratch. We didn't have processed anything. Breakfast was eggs and bacon my father brought home from the butcher. Lunch was leftovers from dinner. Dinner was pot roast or chicken with vegetables from the garden my grandfather kept behind our house in Pennsylvania. We didn't have a freezer until 1950. We didn't have a TV until 1952. And we sure didn't have food that came in boxes with cartoon characters and health claims printed on the side. By the time I was 30, in 1965, everything changed. Supermarkets exploded with convenient new products, TV dinners, instant meals, low-fat everything, breakfast cereals that promised to make you strong and keep your heart healthy. I got married in 1958 to a woman named Dorothy. We met at a church social in Scranton. I started my career as an insurance adjuster in 1956, right out of high school, working for a firm in Harrisburg. Like every other American man trying to provide for his family, I ate what was fast and affordable. Dorothy worked part-time as a secretary at the elementary school. We had 3 kids by 1968, 2 boys and a girl. Time was the enemy. Convenient food was the solution. I remember standing in the grocery store in 1972, looking at labels that promised heart healthy and doctor recommended and low in fat. I thought I was making smart choices. I thought the government wouldn't let them lie on the packaging. I thought scientists had figured out a better way than what my grandparents did. I worked 50-hour weeks, sometimes 60 during busy seasons. Dorothy managed the house, raised the kids, kept everything together. We trusted that modern food science knew better than our grandparents. Every breakfast was the same cereal the commercial said would lower my cholesterol. I can still see the box, bright colors, an athlete on the front, whole grains stamped across the top. Every lunch was the same sandwich meat they said was lean and healthy. Turkey breast, low-sodium ham, all sliced thin at the deli counter. Every dinner included the same cooking oil they said would protect my heart. Corn oil first, then they said vegetable oil was better, then canola. We switched every time they told us to. I thought I was ahead of the curve. I thought I was doing everything right. I thought I was smarter than my father, who ate butter and eggs until he died at 84 with a sharper mind than I have now. My annual checkups in my 40s and 50s showed some high cholesterol, some blood pressure issues, but the doctor said that was normal for a man my age. He told me to cut back on red meat and butter, eat more of the good foods, more whole grains, more lean proteins, more plant-based oils. So I did. I doubled down on exactly what was killing me, and nobody told me the truth until it was too late. I stopped eating the steaks my father loved. I switched from butter to margarine in 1979 because the TV said butter would clog my arteries. I ate oatmeal and bran cereal every single morning from 1975 to 1998. That's 23 years. Thousands of bowls. I made sandwiches with deli turkey 5 days a week for lunch. I cooked every dinner in vegetable oil or canola oil. I bought low-fat everything. Low-fat milk, low-fat cheese, low-fat salad dressing, low-fat cookies for the grandkids when they visited. I thought I was being responsible. I thought I was taking care of myself. And the whole time, I was poisoning my body, one meal at a time. It was March 17th, 1998. I remember the date because it was 2 days before my daughter's birthday. I woke up on a Tuesday morning and couldn't feel my left arm. I thought I'd slept on it wrong. I tried to get out of bed and my leg wouldn't move right. Dorothy saw my face and knew something was wrong. She called 911. I remember the ambulance ride, the fluorescent hospital lights, the ceiling tiles passing overhead as they wheeled me through the emergency room. I remember the doctor's face when he showed me the scan of my arteries. He was younger than my son. He said, "Mr. Harrison, you've had a moderate stroke. You're lucky it wasn't worse." Lucky. I was 63 years old and part of my brain was dead. My left side wasn't working right. I couldn't speak clearly for the first 6 hours. He started listing the causes: years of inflammation, arterial plaque, blood sugar dysregulation, oxidative stress, medical terms I didn't understand. Then he asked what I'd been eating. I told him the truth. Whole grain cereal every morning for over 20 years. Turkey and low-fat cheese for lunch 5 days a week. Dinners cooked in vegetable oil. Whole wheat bread instead of white because that's what the guidelines said. Low-fat everything because that's what every doctor told me since 1980. He went quiet for a second. He looked at my chart. Then he said, "That's what I was afraid of." That's when he told me. The cereal I'd eaten for decades, loaded with sugar and inflammatory seed oils that my body couldn't process. The deli meat I thought was healthy, packed with sodium nitrates and nitrites linked to vascular damage and increased stroke risk. The vegetable oil I cooked with every single night, creating oxidative stress and free radicals in my cells, damaging my arterial walls. The low-fat products I'd switched to in the 80s, they replaced the fat with sugar, high fructose corn syrup, and chemical stabilizers. And the whole wheat bread I ate every day, sometimes twice a day, spiking my blood sugar worse than candy, causing insulin resistance and inflammation. 5 foods. Foods I'd eaten thousands of times. Foods I thought were good for me. Foods that every commercial, every doctor, every government guideline told me to eat. And they'd quietly destroyed my arteries, inflamed my entire body, damaged my vascular system, and caused a stroke that stole a piece of my brain I'll never get back. The worst part wasn't the stroke itself. The worst part was realizing I'd done it to myself. I'd ignored my grandfather's way of eating: butter, eggs, real meat, vegetables from the garden, nothing processed, nothing from a box, because some expert on TV said it was outdated. Some study said it was dangerous. Some committee in Washington decided they knew better. I traded my health for convenience and believed the lies printed on every package. In the months after my stroke, I watched my left hand shake when I tried to write. I couldn't draw anymore, something I'd loved since I was a kid. I used to sketch buildings, landscapes, anything I saw. After the stroke, my hand wouldn't cooperate. The lines came out jagged and wrong. My memory got fuzzy around the edges. I'd forget names of people I'd known for 30 years. I'd forget what day it was. I'd forget conversations I had an hour earlier. Dorothy had to help me button my shirts for 6 months. I was 63 years old, and I needed help getting dressed like a child. We had to sell our house in 2000 because I couldn't manage the stairs anymore. We moved into a single-story ranch that felt like giving up. I couldn't work. I had to retire early. We lived on less money, in a smaller house, with a future that looked nothing like what I'd planned. But the real cost came later, over the next 2 decades, as I watched everyone around me fall to the same trap. My best friend Tom died in 2004 from a massive heart attack. He was 69 years old. We'd worked together for 35 years. We fished together every summer. He ate the same cereal I did, same deli sandwiches, same vegetable oil, same low-fat products. He thought he was being healthy too. He dropped dead in his driveway on a Saturday morning. His wife found him next to his truck. My brother Robert, younger than me by 3 years, had a massive stroke in 2011. He was 76. He never walked again, never spoke clearly again. He lived in a nursing home for 2 years, staring at the wall, unable to tell anyone what he needed. Gone by 2013. He'd eaten the same foods I had, trusted the same doctors, followed the same guidelines. My neighbor, a guy named Carl who I'd known for 40 years, developed type 2 diabetes in his late 60s. By 75, he couldn't see anymore. Diabetic retinopathy took his vision. Dead by 78 from complications. Another guy from my church, Eugene, had a heart attack at 71. Survived, but his heart was so damaged he couldn't walk across a room without gasping. Dead at 74. Every single one of them ate the same 5 foods I did. Every single one of them thought they were making healthy choices. Every single one of them believed what the boxes said, what the doctors said, what the commercials said. And every single one of them died because they believed the same lies I believed. Here's what nobody tells you until it's too late. Your body doesn't warn you until it's already broken. You can eat these 5 deadly foods for 20, 30, 40 years and feel fine. You'll have energy most days. You'll go to work, raise your kids, live your life. Your blood work might be a little off, but nothing alarming. Your doctor might say your cholesterol is high, your blood pressure is creeping up, your fasting glucose is in the pre-diabetic range. But he'll tell you it's normal for your age. He'll tell you to watch your diet, exercise more, maybe start a statin. But he won't tell you the food you're eating is the problem because he's eating the same food. He believes the same lies. You'll have some weight around your middle that won't go away no matter what you do. Some brain fog in the afternoons. Some fatigue that coffee doesn't fix anymore. Some joint pain you blame on getting older. Some heartburn you take pills for. But you'll think it's just age, just stress, just life. Then one day, without warning, your body sends the bill. And the bill is a stroke that steals your ability to speak, a heart attack that kills you in your sleep, diabetes that takes your feet, your eyes, your kidneys, cancer that grows silently until it's stage 4, and by then the damage is permanent. The clock doesn't run backward. I learned this too late, and I've spent the last 28 years living with that knowledge. Those 5 foods: breakfast cereal loaded with sugar and seed oils, processed deli meats full of nitrates and preservatives, vegetable oils that oxidize in your body and create inflammation, low-fat products stuffed with sugar and chemicals to make them taste like food, and whole wheat bread that spikes your insulin faster than a candy bar. They're not food. They're slow poison wrapped in health claims and marketing. The companies that make them spend billions of dollars every year convincing you they're safe. They fund studies that show exactly what they want them to show. They pay scientists to publish research in medical journals. They lobby the government to put their products in dietary guidelines and school lunch programs. They advertise during every TV show, every sports game, every news broadcast. And while you're eating them every day, trusting that someone wouldn't be allowed to sell you poison, they're profiting from your sickness. The medical industry profits too. The sicker you get, the more medications you need. Statins for cholesterol, blood pressure pills, diabetes medications, anti-inflammatory drugs, antidepressants for the brain fog and mood changes that come from a body that's breaking down. It's a cycle designed to keep you sick and spending. I didn't see it until I was already trapped. I didn't see it until I was sitting in a hospital bed, unable to move half my body, realizing I'd paid for my own destruction one grocery trip at a time. Let me ask you something, and I want you to really think about it. How many times this week did you eat cereal for breakfast? How many times did you stand in your kitchen, pour it into a bowl, add milk, and eat it thinking you were starting your day right? How many sandwiches did you make with deli turkey or ham? How many times did you cook with vegetable oil, canola oil, or soybean oil, because that's what's in your pantry, and that's what you've always used? How many low-fat yogurts did you eat for lunch thinking you were being good? How many low-fat salad dressings did you pour over your salad? How many low-fat snacks did you give your kids because the package said it was a healthy choice? How many slices of whole wheat bread did you toast, telling yourself it was better than white bread, that you were making the smart choice? Now ask yourself this: what if every single one of those choices was quietly damaging your body? What if every bowl of cereal was inflaming your arteries? What if every sandwich was increasing your cancer risk? What if every time you cooked with vegetable oil, you were creating free radicals that attacked your cells? What if every low-fat product was spiking your blood sugar and making you insulin resistant? What if 20 years from now you're sitting in a hospital bed like I was, learning that the foods you trusted destroyed you from the inside out? What if your kids have to take care of you because you can't take care of yourself? What if you can't remember their names? What if you can't walk? What if you're gone by 70 and you miss meeting your grandchildren? How much of your health are you willing to gamble on the idea that the food industry is telling you the truth? How much of your future are you willing to bet that the government guidelines are right? Because I gambled everything. I bet my health, my independence, my golden years, and I lost. I lost big. I'm 91 now, in 2026, and I still live with the aftermath of that stroke I had 28 years ago. My hand still shakes when I try to write. My memory still has holes I can't fill. I've outlived most of my friends, and I've watched every one of them fall to diseases that didn't have to happen. Dorothy died in 2019. We had 61 years together, but the last 21 of those years, I wasn't the man she married. I was slower, foggier, weaker. She took care of me when I should have been taking care of her. My daughter has to call me every day to make sure I'm okay. My sons check on me twice a week. I can't drive anymore. I can't live alone. I can't do half the things I used to do. And I know with absolute certainty that if I'd stopped eating those 5 foods back in 1975 when I still had time, my life would look completely different. I can't get those years back. I can't undo the damage. I can't bring back my friends or my brother or my wife, but I can tell you the truth they didn't tell me. And if you're smart, if you value your future more than your convenience, you'll stop eating those 5 foods today. Not next week. Not after you finish what's in your pantry. Not after the holidays. Today. Right now. Throw them out. The truth I've learned after 91 years on this earth, after burying everyone I grew up with, after living with a broken body for 3 decades, is this. The foods you think are keeping you healthy are the same ones that will kill you quietly, slowly, and without mercy. And by the time you realize it, you'll be out of time to fix it. Thank you for watching. If this opened your eyes, hit that like button and subscribe. This channel exists to share real advice from people who've lived long enough to know what actually matters. Drop a comment and let me know what you're going to stop eating today. Tell me your age and where you're from. I want to know this reached you before it's too late.